Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, did you guys get a chance to look at Class Dojo?
I, cer-
Yeah,
I
totally.
certainly did.
So,
Yeah.
what did you think about it?
I thought it was pretty cool. I know I definitely couldn't use it in our university setting,
Mm.
but I thought if you were to set it up in, say, like an elementary school class, like it suggests, that it seems that's what it's made for. Pretty fun. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. It seems that you can do quite a bit of like customization with it
Yeah.
on what behaviors you want to do. You can add your own in. Um, it kind of has a fun, format display for young people. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids could even sort of modify those monsters,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
and they can make it look. I guess the way it was described is they can make it resemble them as closely as they can, the monster. So I thought that would be pretty fun. I think if I were, third or fourth grade Tim, I would definitely enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a whole list of stuff to say about it, so I don't know how.
Well, let's go through all the
I should-
positives. Let's go through all the
Yeah.
positives, then we can discuss some of the drawbacks.
Okay.
So, Kristen, you want to what do you want to say about
Go
it?
ahead, Christy.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, like 90% of mine is good.
Okay.
So I love the simple, convenient things about it, like the printable and emailable invitations to join the community for parents and students. With one click, I can quickly mark that someone is on task, participating, showing persistence, teamwork, working hard, or helping others. It's visual and it's fast. I can do the same with skills that need work. And there's cool features like a timer and a group maker and a noise meter, which I thought was so cool.
Mm.
And you put music on, different playlists like active fun music or focus
Oh, I
music.
didn't see that. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I didn't see the noise. I didn't see the noise meter either. But okay, cool.
I was all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, really cool stuff.
yeah. I like that too. I like that you could invite the parents, and so that way the parents can have it like on their phone. They can see what you're doing in class. They can contact you, the teacher, directly. They can see what their kids are doing. I thought that's pretty cool. I liked how the students themselves could update their stories and their avatars, and I liked too that you could give points that are kind of specific to areas that they're doing well in and that they need improvement. I thought that's kind of useful, so students can kind of see what they need to work on, and they do well. I thought that would be pretty encouraging for students.
Yeah. I thought it was also good that you can put like time periods on it, and it will track it over time, and it'll also track like students' individual behavior trends over time. And I did a little bit of searching just about what people that use it actually think, and I guess that's pretty new, is that it does catch trends over time, and it says what from what it seems is that it'll trend if a student is getting better or worse with behavior over time, and what behaviors are becoming more common or less common, which I think is, it might be a lot of work, but it's pretty interesting if you do it over the course of a year or something.
Yeah, that seems like that's somebody gave the Class Dojo people feedback on that and said that seems like they listen to teachers, like something the teachers would want, and they developed it. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I also read. I mean, it's hard because we haven't used it, right? Other than just clicking around and looking at it, but I guess you can, individualize the sounds for each student when you give them a point, so they know what to listen for.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I actually have used it as a substitute in someone's class, and she had it on the smart board, so the students, they were first graders. They would come up to the screen and just touch it. Like I did my task, my morning routine, so I click on it, and then it made a sound like a slam dunk, like, woohoo, you got a point for doing your morning assignment or something.
So the students got to participate in actually giving themselves the point.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, that's fun. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, were there any drawbacks? I didn't really see any drawbacks. I mean...
Well, I think as like the actual app itself doesn't really have the drawbacks. I think the drawbacks are in how it gets used.
Yeah.
You know, there's the idea of it's good to get.
Aaron.
Well, okay, I will. You know, it's hard because we haven't used it, so I'm just looking at what people say, right? And some of the comments that I read is that it ends up promoting this really kind of external reward system for students, and they're only doing it for the points.
Yeah.
But then some people as well say that, that's okay. It's also intrinsic as well to want to do better. And that it can also be a little bit embarrassing for students who just over a long period of time have much lower point totals than other students.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then the other one I read was just that it gets some parents maybe get too involved in it. There's always like one, right? Or two parents who take things too seriously, or, you give their child like one negative point or something, and then there's a lot of, why does this happen? And I don't think this should happen. And
he's a good boy. You don't understand it.
Yeah. But then at the same time, I saw like a lot of teachers don't seem to actually use the negative point system, and they only use the positives.
Okay.
So I mean, you can I guess you can minimize some of the, some of the drawbacks or the, negative reactions to, having those kind of point systems. So, yeah. I mean, overall, it seems like it's great. This is just trying to find drawbacks of it, basically.
Yeah, because I don't know, you say like it decreases their intrinsic motivation. It could also increase it by, having them want to. I don't have it open in front of me, but all those different areas that they get scored on. If they see that they've got maybe 5 or 6 points in one, and 1 or 2 in another, they might try to push themselves to build up the points in that area as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not sure if that's completely intrinsic, but
intrinsic enough.
Yeah, intrinsic enough.
Yeah.
Intrinsically, intrinsic-y.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Any more about Class Dojo?
No. I would give it a try.
Kristen, sorry?
One-stop spot. It's a one-stop spot.
Yeah.
Find anything you don't like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'd give it a try.
Yeah, I would like to give it a try as well, to be fair. All right, so what other... One of the other apps that I looked at was, I don't know, I'm just going to go with this, it's really basic. It's just called Too Noisy Pro. And basically it just measures class volume. And it's animated so like students can see when it's getting close. And, I didn't get to use it because I'm not loud at home. I'm by myself. But from what I read is that if students kind of maintain, good volume levels over time, is that it starts giving the class like stars. And if they reach up to like 3 stars, they get, I don't know, like a point. Or, I don't know exactly how that works. But they can watch it if it's up on like a smart board or something, or on a big screen, and they can actually monitor their own volume. So if they see it getting a little bit too loud, students can actually quiet themselves down and, work as a class, say, hey, hush, hush.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That does seem. It's kind of like. Do you know that video we watched? To the ADHD students, and the woman recommended having like visual cues, and or having like a timer on the board, and saying like sometimes the timer sort of pushes, it adds that little bit of adrenaline that push them to like, try harder. Maybe having them sort of see their volumes sort of, I don't know, represented on the board, on the smart board or whatever. Or keep talking, or just quiet down or something like that.
I mean, I think it's interesting to be. I would like it in other situations, to be honest.
Like on a train or something.
Sure, why? Or anywhere.
Like at a restaurant, that'd be pretty good. I mean, I would actually kind of like it in my class as well. Like, get them talk a little louder. Like, the computer can't even hear you,
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, any other programs, apps?
Well, I'll go. Yeah, I the one I looked at was called Smart Seat. Not Seat Smart, but Smart Seat. And basically, it's just you print them out in PDF or something like that. But what it has, in addition to the seating chart maker, like the papers, you can put it on your iPad or your phone or your tablet or whatever, and you can upload the students' information via cut and paste, which is kind of nice. You can get their emails and everything. Put pictures in there if you're if you want to try to memorize it that way. And what it does is it sort of fills out a seating chart with their names and their faces, and it starts it as if they're in class, so they're present. So if they're not present, you tap on their face or their picture, and then you have an option to say like excused or absent, which is kind of handy in its own way. But then also what it does is it keeps a record of that. So then, like at our school, as you know, we're supposed to take off 2 percentage points for every absence the students have. You've got all that information right there, and you don't have to keep it on a piece of paper or something like that. It seems kind of handy. It seems like something, I don't know, like one app I would have on my phone to take care of attendance or something like that. So it seems practical. It seems like it wouldn't be so bad,
I also looked at it, and one thing I saw, two things I liked about it as well is that one is that if a teacher is sick, they can easily send that app to like a substitute, and it gives them the seating chart. And the other one is that it will also group students into groups automatically and randomly if you want to do that.
Yeah.
And it will also keep track of who you ask questions to make sure you get a chance to talk to everybody. And it'll you can click next, and it'll go to the next person randomly until you've gone through everybody, and then it resets and goes back to 0 to make sure you're giving everybody a chance to talk or everybody a chance to answer questions or whatever you're doing in any given situation.
I didn't see that part. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, that was what I liked about it, actually. But, Kristen?
No, find that one to even look at it.
Yeah. It's worth a look, yeah. But you looked at, what did you look at?
I looked at just the best sand timer, and it's just essentially a beautiful, it looks kind of like, what's that movie, Wall-E, like the beautiful, designed, simple, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, the only thing that I found that was a drawback was that ads kept popping up at the bottom. But other than that, it's a cool, simple visual. You can set the time for any amount up to an hour, and you watch the sand drop until the alarm sounds. You can choose from about 30 alarm sounds and 5 color themes, which you can change as often as you like. It was super easy and fast to download and probably takes very little battery